Hi, and thanks for watching this short video about the Thinking Aloud methodology for website usability testing. I'm Jeff Hecker from Athena Brand Wisdom, and in this video, we're going to go over what the Thinking Aloud methodology is, how it's used, and why it has been accepted by the usability community as the best way to identify usability issues with websites. The Thinking Aloud protocol was first used to test website usability at IBM in the 80s, and it is now evangelized by thought leaders in the UX community like the Nielsen-Norman Group and others as a highly effective and cost-efficient way to test a site's usability. Here's how the Thinking Aloud methodology works. Test participants are brought to a usability lab. Often this is set up at a market research facility, one at a time. The test moderator sits at a computer with the participant and asks the participant to complete a series of critical tasks on the site. Typically, these tasks are those which most visitors to a site will want or need to complete, and which connect to an important business objective. So for an e-commerce site, for example, an activity could be find and purchase a product, or for a tourism site, it could be find out what's happening in London in May. Typically, a critical task is a complete activity that will take several pages to complete. Now here's where the Thinking Aloud comes in. The moderator instructs the participant that she or he needs them to think aloud while they are completing the critical tasks, telling us as they go what they're trying to do, what they're looking for, decisions that they're making, if they feel stuck or confused, basically verbalizing their thoughts as they move through the user interface. We're not asking for considered thinking or their innermost thoughts. It's really just a dump of active memory, if you will, while they're working through the task. While they are narrating their thoughts, the moderator may probe with additional questions and works to make sure that they're verbalizing about the tasks they're doing rather than their opinions about the site. The reason this methodology is so effective is that it brings things that are otherwise hidden, like the internal planning, reacting, and interpreting that people are doing while experiencing a site, things that are happening in people's minds, out into the open, where they can be observed and analyzed. What we always observe when there is a usability problem is a disconnect between what people are thinking and how the site is interacting with them, and that's gold. A couple of other great things about the Thinking Aloud methodology. First, it's really impactful for designers to come face-to-face with consumers. Typically, we conduct this research at a market research facility with a one-way mirror where the designers are behind the glass, and we find the psychological impact of actually seeing a user tripping over things on a site settles debates and leads to fast decision-making. Second, this kind of research is relatively fast. And that's because you can do a solid job of usability testing with as few as 5 users. I know that sounds lower than other kinds of research, and it is, with good reason. If you're doing focus group research on people's opinions, you have to do a lot of people, because opinions vary widely. But with usability testing, we're not uncovering opinions, we're uncovering behavior. And behavior doesn't vary as broadly as opinion. If you ask people about politics, you'll get a lot of opinions, but if you give people a pair of scissors, most of them will use it in the same way. And the same is true of websites. So with as few as 5 user tests or a single day of testing, you can identify the significant usability issues associated with the set of critical tasks you identify for your site. And that means good usability testing is affordable too. Thanks for watching this video about website usability testing. For a free assessment of how website usability testing could support your site, click the link below and drop us a line at www.athenabrand.com.